I also have my buddy Royal coming over, AKA Chrome Dome. He is going to work with cousin Dougie and I. Going to be a bit of a flashback like in the old days. We all grew up together working on cars, so it's going to be fun. When he gets here, we're going to put the seats, center console, interior trim panels, garnish molding, shifter, all in our 1970 Dodge Coronet RT 426 Hemi 4-speed convertible. Beautiful car. Remember, they made 2 of them. Only 1 left on the planet, and we're just getting ready to finish it up. And if we're able to wrap up everything on the 1970 Coronet, Chrome Dome and I are going to take it out for a maiden voyage. Just like the old days. Wind cutting through our hair in a convertible. Well, wind cutting through one of our hairs on a convertible. He's bald. Looks like he's wearing a swim cap all the time. But that's here and there. Stay tuned, we got a great episode coming up. After Larry got the top put on and I got the Bumblebee put on it, we only had a few things left, which is why I have the dream team here. Mr. Royal Yoakum, Mr. Cousin Dougie. They are putting this upper garnish molding. This actually holds the tonneau cover in place at the front. So they're putting that in. Then we've got the left and right quarter interior trim panels, back seat back seat bottom. Once that's done, they're gonna put the console in it, the front buckets. At that point, we can roll it outside and give it an initial fire up. You guys excited?
Hot dog.
Hot dog. Yeah, we're excited.
Kind of like being backstage at the big fight, you know? Like when Rocky and Adrian. Royal was gone for a season or 2. He's busier than heck, and all I get on my emails, what's up with Royal? What's up with Royal? Where's Royal? I don't know, get over it.
Everybody loves Royal.
Everybody loves Royal. That ought to be a TV show. Everybody loves Royal.
There you go. I think
yeah. I could write your material for you. Trust me, you're no comedian. Okay, you're a great guy, but you don't know comedy.
I'm a great guy.
Oh, hey, something just sort of dawned on me. Hang on here. Yeah, you're okay, I think.
Something clicking up there?
Well, I'm just double checking the order they go in. What I'm wondering is if this hole right here looks like it goes underneath here, right? So does it go like this and then slide under? I just wonder.
It may. Wait, I got a light bulb here.
Yep. You got a light that goes in the bottom, or in the top up here. Okay, so this is our courtesy light. It snaps into the plastic. All right, so I got that in there. I guess your job is to see if it just slides under there and plays nicely. Must go like that, huh?
Just like that right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now,
so the reason you have to do the interior trim panels first is because think about your back seat. If you put your back seat in, you'd never be able to get these panels on. So all of this has to kind of fall together in a certain, kind of like Tetris, right? And one has to go in a certain spot, then the other one goes in, then the other one. You know, the main reason I got the A-Team out doing this, we call them the A-Team. I just came up with that, it's kind of brilliant. I know Overhauling used to have the A-Team and they were really good too, but I like to call my team the A-Team now because they're not on TV anymore and we are, so we get it.
we be A+.
Yeah, A+. Boy, I never saw an A+ at the top of any paper I ever turned in.
That makes one of us.
I love it when Royal comes over. I wish we got to see him more. We did have a talk about him coming over and spending more time in the afternoons and on the weekends, so hopefully that continues to work out.
I'm guessing that rides here. I got the seat back snapped in and I'm ready to put bolts in it. It was giving me a little trouble. I just want to make sure I didn't want to pinch any of those hoses. You have to be really careful because of the exposed hoses. We don't want to break that. I mean, you can take the seat out to get to them, but who wants to do that? Who wants to take the seat out after we put it in?
Coming in, Royal.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Some panels have to go in first, such as the quarter interior trim panels. When they go in, then the rear fascia that goes across the top of the back seat goes in. Once those are in, you make sure your seat belts are in place. Then you can put the seat back in, fasten it in the corners, and then you can put the seat bottom in. So it's just it's a matter of steps to do it. We've done it many, many times.
All right, that's beautiful.
All right, looking good.
Just like that.
So we're really starting to wind down on the Coronet. That's good. That means it's almost done. We have some lights that we need to go through and do a systems check on, make sure everything's working like it's supposed to. We still have to put the console in it. We have some button-up things that need to be done, but for the most part, it's getting really close to the finish line. Do we know which way this goes? Can it only go one way? Top. That's good. That's important. Otherwise, you'd be a little upside down, wouldn't we, Rollo? That's okay.
Only till you turned it over.
Only till you turned it over. Okay, that should go there. And that clips in there. So now they're putting the center console in. You got the 4 screws for that, gentlemen?
I do.
Okay, great, great, great. So right now they're getting ready to install the world famous pistol grip shifter. Now what's cool about that, I'm gonna stop them right there. Look at the craziness. You wanna know why that's not a straight stick coming all the way up? Because it's a console shift. Mopar was crazy. It goes straight down to the hole in the console, then over to meet the shifter, because remember the drivetrains are offset to the left on a Mopar, and then down. So they have to hold that shifter, slide the plate up into the shifter all the way to the top, and then go down and line it up in the wedges, tap it down, because in 70 it's a wedge style shifter, in 71 it was a bolt-on style. Get that tapped down into place the best they can, then they can put the upper plate on it, and that's done. Awesome. And just like that. All right, now we're ready to go on to the seats. Hey, Royal, I will bring yours because I would hate to see you have to walk all the way around.
You want to drop that in?
Yeah, I'll set it in there.
And I'll put the nuts on underneath.
Okay, alrighty.
See you?
But for right now, it's okay. Where do you want to go after this? All right, guys. Looking good. Okay. So they're going to finish up the seats, top off all the fluid levels, get the battery charging on it. After that, we'll start it up outside. If it runs and it does what it's supposed to, we're going on a road test. And a road test. It's a beautiful car.
It's gorgeous.
That color really pops out here. It's so different than inside. It actually sparkles out here. So Royal and I have got the Coronet outside now. We're getting ready to do the initial fire off of it. I don't anticipate any problems. All right, let's see what we got, boss.
Fire it up.
All right. Woohoo! Yeah. Boy, that sounds good. I'm gonna let it warm up. Drop the top. Drop the top down.
Yeah.
God, it's even idling nice. How about that? Let's see if the power windows work. Look at that, Rollo. Let's try the door. All working, Rollo.
Nice.
There you go. Are we ready? Woo. Yeah!
There it is.
Oh, that feels good.
Feel solid brakes?
Feels good, yeah. Brakes are good. Doug's been doing a great job. Doug's got those things dialed in. Look at
really?
that. That thing shifts like butter. Listen to that. No whining, no howling, no growling, no nothing.
Everything just is solid.
Just feels solid, doesn't it? Yeah. Listen to that. First gear.
Wow.
Track's nice. Look at the steering. Pretty good for a first-time guess. Typically speaking, when you take that car out the first time, you have a pen and paper with you. And you write down this punch list of everything that's wrong. And on that one, I don't know what I would write down other than it needs an alignment.
Yeah.
I'm just amazed, considering I still have to do the alignment on it, how nice the car drives. Like,
Yeah.
This is the way they're supposed to turn out the first time. By the way, we caught you lying the other day.
Me?
Uh-huh. I was watching back through some footage of you. You were talking to Dougie, I think it was.
Speedometer goes to 150. We'd have to see if it did it.
Okay, I guess we did, didn't we?
Yes, we do.
Then you made some kind of comment like, oh, I would never do that on the road.
Oh, but not on the street. We didn't do that on the street. Just to clarify.
Then we found some footage of you back in season 1.
And here we go. 100. Oh, yeah.
trouble for that crap? Exactly.
That's payback.
Take trouble for everything.
That's awesome.
Jeez. Woo!
That's awesome.
That sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, baby.
I love these cars.
It's a over-the-counter replacement block. There's no VIN on it. It's a 1972 over-the-counter replacement Hemi, which is good compared, you know, I mean, perfect would have been the original engine in it, but doesn't work that way, right? But it had that one in it, and we sent it out and had it built, put it back together again, and boy, it sure feels good. That sounds good.
Oh, I love
God, that's that dual fours, man.
Oh.
Nothing like it. Boy, that just feels good right there. Like
does.
usually you let the clutch out and all kinds of weird things happen. But boy, that track's nice. I think Brett will love the car for a multitude of reasons. It's a gorgeous car, it's stunning color, it's right. We matched it against an original panel, so we know we've got the right color. The body and the paint is as good as you can do on a car, so, you know, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying it's as good as you can do on a car. Those are 410 gears, and it feels like it would pull for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. This is like the old days, except we never had anything this cool.
No.
What was
Well,
the coolest
thought
car
we
we
did.
had as kids?
Every car we had was cool.
I know. You know, I sure wish I had more pictures of my Charger. I've got 2.
Yeah, we didn't think about that. They didn't have smartphones back then.
I never think about that Charger now that I don't immediately think of Mom. I don't know exactly why, but she loved that little car. She loved the day I got it.
Oh,
she was
cool.
watching out the living room window when you and I were out there using all of our Ajax on the top, trying to get it to go white again. Yeah, just bless her heart. She loved that car. Yeah.
That's funny. I never knew that. I never knew.
She did.
I thought because she said you were always going to kill yourself.
I know. Even when we were over there at the old folks' home there at the end, she would tell everybody these stories about how she was walking down the road one day. Because I tell her I am a saint, right? But
Well, yeah.
she's walking down the road one day and she sees this car coming down the road backwards really, really fast. She realizes it's me. Then I hit the brakes and crank the steering wheel. It was a Rockford 180. And I look up and there's Mom. It's not what it looks like. Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like.
Did she take your keys?
No. Mom always compared everything to doing drugs or getting in trouble. So
I guess if you were doing that, you weren't doing drugs.
That's right. You know, for just first putting the car together, we haven't even had the alignment done on it. I mean, that was like, I just wanted to ride around with Royal, so it wasn't quite ready to go driving, but boy, you wouldn't know it to drive it. Everything on the car worked. Turn signal indicator, speedometer, tachometer, all the gauges. It tracked down the road straight. Steering wheel needs to be centered when it gets aligned, but I was pretty impressed with how nice that drove.
Yeah, it's solid. Everything, there's no rattles.
For a first time put together in an initial road test,
Usually there's some rattles you got to go back and fix, but not this one.
I'm relaxed now. Knowing Brett's coming, I'm okay with that.
You know, you play your cards right, you might get to buy me dinner.
I have been buying you dinner since 1976.
That's not true, Marcus.
No, it is true, Royal Galen Yoakum.
No, it's not.
It's most certainly true. When I first met you, we were on the paper route. You said you needed more space, so you quit your paper route. I took it over. We were walking by 7-Eleven. You said, hey,
More
buddy,
space?
why don't you buy me a hot
Buy me
dog?
a hot dog. No, it was a big one. I got write-offs there.
Nothing ever ends,
You
does
didn't
it?
change nothing. I got
More things change, the more they stay the same. Hello, Ghouls. Mark Warman here, the ice tray from Graveyard Carz. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. We have fantastic stuff coming up, and some of it you've never seen before. I gotta go insult people. Hey, Alice!